Now in part 2 of offline maintenance, we're going to actually go out and do some offline maintenance at the command prompt. And so let's just get right at it. The first thing that we need to do is go out and stop our Active Directory service. So let's do that. Let's click on Start. We'll go into Administrative Tools, and then we will come up to Server Manager. And what I like about the Server Manager tool is we can get right at the services. Just go to Configuration, expand that, and then jump right down to Services right there. And I have Active Directory Certificate Services loaded. If you don't, you will see this Domain Services at the very top of the list. It's second in my list. I can either click here or I can right click and say Stop. And yes, we'll stop everything. And what we'll do now is just minimize this. And then we will, first of all, we need to go out and create 2 folders. Now I've already done these so you don't have to watch me try to type. We need a folder at the root on our C drive called temp and original NTDS. You can actually call these whatever you want to, but temp and NTDS. Then we're going to go to the command prompt. I'll click Start, go to Run, type CMD, and click OK. If you are an administrator but you're not logged in with administrative privileges, you can right click on the command prompt up here in the Start menu and choose Run as Administrator. And then I will expand this to give us a little room so that we can see. Now the first thing we want to do is jump into NTDS util, and there we are, and then we will tell it to activate instance NTDS and move my cursor out of the way. Then we'll go into the Files section, and now we're going to execute a compact command. Now here we're going to compact or copy the NTDS file to C:\temp. Now that's going to defrag and compact that file. It's basically going to copy it and rebuild it. So now we have a new version out in our C:\temp file. Now notice it's telling me that compaction was successful and it was defragging it here. And now it's telling me that I need to copy this from the temp file to the NTDS file, and I need to delete the old log files that was with this old database because they've been basically taken care of now. And so what I want to do is just quit and then quit out of there. Don't know what that was. And what I want to do now is let's change this thing to my system root, which is Windows NTDS. Let's just get in that NTDS folder, and we want to delete those log files. So we're just going to do del*log, and that will take care of all those. What I need to do now is I want to go copy the old original NTDS.dit file, which is my Active Directory database. I want to copy it to that original NTDS folder that I created out there. So notice this is the old copy. We haven't replaced it yet. We made a copy of this and put the new compacted one in C:\temp. Now we're going to make another copy of this and we're going to put it in original NTDS. Now we want to copy from C:\temp NTDS.dit. We're going to copy from C:\temp and put it here. Now, yes, we want to overwrite. We just overwrote the original NTDS, or my directory service, Active Directory Service database, with this new compacted version. Then I want to go back into NTDS utility, and then now we're going to activate NTDS, go into Files again, and this time we're going to check the integrity, a data integrity check. And notice it was successful, and so we will quit that. And now we're going to semantic database analysis, and then we're going to go fix up. And now that opens the database, and notice what this is doing. It's scanning the database, it's going through things, it's checking, it's making sure that we're all in, our integrity is okay. We're going to verify the data within the database. This has to do with pointers and files and so forth inside the database structure. We didn't get any errors, so we're done there. And so we're ready to quit. And then we quit back out. So we've just compacted our Active Directory database. We've defragged it, and then we've copied it back into its original location out of the temp file. And now we will go back out to Server Manager, and we will start our Active Directory domain services back up. Now remember, it stopped some other services, and I could have done that without stopping those, but that got us going that far again. But what I wanted you to see basically were those commands. Now it would be very easy to copy each one of those commands into a batch file, into a command file, and totally automate that entire process. So there's part 2. That's offline maintenance. That's compacting and defragging the Active Directory database.